report that they have suffered or currently suffer from low or diminished self-esteem. Often this is event related. For instance, self-esteem can diminish when we are faced with a situation where emotions are heightened. It is said that by the time we reach the age of 3, 50% of what we believe about ourselves has been formed. And by age 6, it is 60%, and by 9, it's around 80%. By the time we reach the age of 12, up to 90% of us have a well-developed sense of who we are and what we believe ourselves to be. Self-esteem, that's having a favorable impression of oneself, is a basic human need. It's a measure of our self-acceptance and also indispensable to normal and healthy self-development. The experience of being competent to cope with the day-to-day challenges of life and being worthy of happiness is a simple measure of our self-esteem and a basic element in the health of every human being. All of us have the ability to at any time recreate and rebuild our self-esteem so that it better serves us. I think our self-image is an automatic and inevitable consequence of what we choose to believe. It is a reflection of our reactions to past events and experiences. However, those experiences have not made us the way we are. They have made us believe that's the way we are. Ultimately, however, we have the power to decide what we will believe about ourselves, and therefore we should not accept self-limiting beliefs imposed on us by others. Life has conditioned us to respond to things in certain ways, and our responses have led to certain choices. Many people are unaware of why they respond to things as they do, and that their choices are automatic. Have you ever examined the beliefs you hold? I feel our self-esteem is all about how we feel, our emotions. Our emotions are triggered by our thoughts, and they are the key to personal effectiveness. They prescribe the way we act and react in life. However, we can change our actions and reactions by changing the way we link our beliefs and emotions. People with low self-esteem tend to react to events and circumstances. However, this inevitably leads to a life of impoverishment and lost opportunity. People with high self-esteem instead choose to respond and strive to create a life of action. Often, when faced with a new challenge, we can become frozen by fear. And fear is simply a thought, mostly an irrational thought. Therefore, when we examine and identify our self-limiting beliefs and understand the impact they have, we have the opportunity to create new possibilities. Our future life swings on the doors we open and the doors we close every day. To live more effectively and to make our way more successfully in this world, we should seek to align our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. One important way we can achieve alignment is to let go of past mistakes. Mistakes are as part of life as breathing is, and I speak as someone who has made more than my share. When we make a mistake, we tend to blame ourselves. However, another more empowering way to relate to and resolve our mistakes is to acknowledge them and see them as learning opportunities. Internalize the lessons they hold, and then to move forward. This is one of the things that separates winners from the losers. Action. Action is the real key to
Self-esteem is essential, and finding who you are as an individual and what your strengths are is incredibly important. So the first thing is actually feeding back praise. If you've got a child who's got difficulties or maybe having their behaviours a bit all over the place, seeking the positive in your child can sometimes be quite difficult to do. But really try to say positive, affirming statements to your child and be specific. So if your child has really tried hard with their homework, but they still had difficulties. Say you really did work hard tonight. I saw you sitting there for extra 10 minutes and that was really good. Or if they're really disorganised, well, you did put one of your books away tonight. Maybe tomorrow we'll put two together, but point out exactly where those positive things are happening for them so they can build on that. But actually having it built in to see that I can improve and how can I improve is really important as well. So let your child set those goals. What would you like to do? What would you like to do better? Okay, where do you think you are now? And get your child to rate themselves. So I'd really like to improve my writing. What would you give yourself out of 10 for your writing now? Your child might say 3 out of 10. How do you think we could get to 4 out of 10? So start to work with your child to set their own goals, but guiding them and supporting them. That can really make a big difference. So the child is seeing that they've made those improvements and other people aren't doing them for them. Otherwise, they're waiting for approbation and support from other people all the time and praise externally rather than bringing in internal motivation for improvement. So you want a combination of praise and also building up internal motivation.
One way we can build our self-esteem is to start recording things that we've done in our life that we're proud of or that we feel like we've achieved. For example, if you've passed a test or you got praised at school by a particular teacher for doing a good essay, or having a child, getting married, getting divorced for some people, getting rid of somebody out of your life that shouldn't have been there. Anything that you've done that gives you a feeling that, yeah, I did that. Buying your first property, learning a language, any of those kind of things. They start to make us realise that when we do good things, we feel good. And when you think about it, if you set every day to do the right thing, then it will build your self-esteem. Because when you think about it, if you were to help a little old lady across the road, who gets the best good feeling? You or her? It's you, because you've actually done the right thing. And when we do the right thing, it feels good. And the more that you do that, the more that you're in alignment of who you are to be a human being, which we are contributors to society. We have a need to contribute. We have a need to belong. And when you do the right thing, it does make you feel good. Now I'm going to talk about other ways that